Good morning, everybody. Coach Dom again, back with another issue that came up in my local community. Sometimes I saw this in my local community. We have two rival high schools for American football. And for one of the high schools, they kind of mentioned that maybe their preseason schedule isn't as strong. The other high school, the other rival, plays maybe a tougher schedule. But in playing that schedule, they suffered a big loss on their last weekend of games. They lost 42-14. And in comments to the local newspapers or news outlets, totally, instead of talking about his own team or his opponent, he made mention of the fact that, well, at least I wasn't playing a cupcake like my league rival was the week before. And I just wanted to share with all the young coaches, because my story, I've coached high school football for a couple of decades. You're better served not to talk like that to the press. You may have those thoughts. Your energy is always going to be better off concentrating on the things you can control, not your opponent's preseason schedule. Often I see that with teenagers. I call it the triple Ds: deny, deflect, defend. And sometimes it's kind of hard to watch adults do the same thing. I felt this guy was doing a little bit of the triple Ds by pointing the fingers at someone else and saying, well, look, I lost to a ranked team, but my opponent may have won a cream puff game. My league rival opponent may have won a cream puff game. You know, hey, coaches, you don't know what that other coach, by scheduling a softer opponent in the preseason, is thinking. Maybe he feels he has a younger team. He'd like to get everybody an opportunity to play and be successful. To point fingers at someone else, again, is taking your energy away from what you should be concentrating on. You lost 42-14. Obviously, there's some issues you need to address and work on structurally for your team. Maybe it's an ego thing. You're hurt and wounded that you lost that badly. That's not an unusual thing to be. But you've got to concentrate your energy on what you can control. Making statements like that to the press often is the type, not that those are the main motivating factors to get your opponent up, but it can be used against you. And I would rather be kind of bland or not even talk about my opponent, talk about my own team. How about when you talk to the press after your team hasn't been playing well or you lost a game, put the fault on yourself. I didn't coach these kids up good enough. I didn't have a good enough scheme, whatever. But don't be looking to spend your energy by pointing the finger at someone else who has nothing to do with what just happened. You losing to a ranked team and you pointing your finger at someone else and their preseason schedule. So again, hey, all you young coaches out there, I mean, this is a known factor to me. I take it as common sense, but seriously, you guys are all working hard out there to help your teams. Concentrate on your team, all your energies, all the things that go around to prepare your team to get ready to be successful when you play your games. Concentrate on your process all throughout the week, all throughout the off season. Lumps and bumps are going to happen. If you need to change your own preseason schedule, hey, I got to tell you this, kids. If you have a super severe, physically violent league schedule, maybe you do try to get some opponents that your kids can be successful against in the preseason so they can feel good about themselves to develop some confidence to play the rough league season. I'm not going to judge anyone's preseason, and if I do, I for sure am not going to say it to the press where it can be used against me. Anyway, if you like what I'm saying, like, subscribe, share. Guys, go coach up your teams and have a great week of games wherever you're at. This is Coach Dom wishing you a great day. Thank you so much.